Sir Knight Bob Campo de Locura Jr. as President Emilio Aguinaldo. Sir Knight Jesus Barrera, PMN, as Don Ambrosio Relenzares Bautista. Miss Marita Tizo as Binibining Hilaria del Rosario Aguinaldo. Sir Knight Luis Chief as Don Julian Oliva. Sir Knight Constancio Pareja Jr. as Don Felipe Calderon. Sir Knight Jose Vito as General Mariano Trujillo. Sir Knight Joseph Magbango as General Tomas Mascardo, and S.K. Jose Lorenzo Magachi as General Baldomero Aguilar.
Proclamation of Independence of the Filipino People. Acta de la Proclamación de la Independencia del Pueblo Filipino. Held in the town of Cavite Viejo, province of Cavite, on the 12th day of June, 1898. Before me, Ambrosio Relenzares Bautista, War Counselor and Special Delegate, designated to proclaim and solemnize this Declaration of Independence by the dictatorial government of the Philippines, pursuant to and by virtue of a decree issued by the gracious dictator Don Emilio Aguinaldo Infante. The undersigned assemblage of military chiefs and others of the army who could not attend, as well as the representative of the various towns, taking into account the fact that the people of this country are already tired of bearing the ominous yoke of Spanish domination. Because of arbitrary arrests and abuses of the civil guards, who caused death in connivance with and even under the express orders of their superior officers, who all at times would order the shooting of those placed under arrest under the pretext that they attempted to escape in violation of known rules and regulations, which abuses were left unpunished, and because of unjust deportations of illustrious Filipinos, especially those decreed by General Blanco at the instigation of the Archbishop and the friars, interested in keeping them ignorant for a basic and social end, which deportations were carried out to process more acceptable than those of the Inquisition, which every civilized nation repudiates as a triumph without hearing. Now, had resolved to start a revolution in August of 1896 in order to regain the independence and sovereignty of which the people had been deprived by Spain through Governor Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, who, continuing the course followed by the predecessor Ferdinand Magellan, who landed at the shores of Cebu and occupied said island by means of a pact of friendship with Chief Tupac, although he was killed in battle that took place in said shores, to which battle he was provoked by Chief Katipulato of Mactan, who suspected his evil designs, landed on the island of Bohol by entering also into a blood compact with Chief Sikatuna, with the purpose of later taking by force the island of Cebu, and because his successor Tupac did not allow to occupy, he went to Manila, the capital, winning likewise the friendships of Chief Soliman and Lacandula, later taking possession of the city and the whole archipelago in the name of Spain by virtue of an order of King Philip. And with this historical precedent, and because in international law, the prescriptions established by law to legalize the vicious acquisitions of private property is not recognized. The legitimacy of such revolution cannot be put into doubt, which was solved but not completely instilled by the pacification proposed by Don Pedro A. Paterno with Don Enrico Aguinaldo and with Don Emilio Aguinaldo as President of the Republic. Established in the Biak na Bato and accepted by Governor General Don Fernando Primo de Rivera under terms, both written and oral. Among them, being a general amnesty for all deported and convicted persons, that by reasons of non-fulfillment of some of the terms after the destructions of the Spanish squadron by the North American Navy and for the bombardment of the Plaza of Cavite, Don Emilio Aguinaldo returned in order to instigate a new revolution, and no sooner had he given the order to rise on the 31st day of last month, when several towns anticipating the revolution under the command of a major of the Marine Infantry capitulated. The revolutionary movement is spreading like wildfire to other towns of Cavite and other provinces of Bataan, Pampanga, Batangas, Bulacan, Laguna, and Moro. Some of them with seaports, and such was the success, the victory of our arms. Truly marvelous and without equal in the history of colonial revolution, that in the first detachment has been wiped out, in the third the resistance of the Spanish forces was localized in the town of San Fernando, where the greater part of them were concentrated. The remainder in Macabebe, Sexmon and Guagua in the port, and in the town of Lipa in the Pip. In the capital and Kalumpit, and in the last two remaining provinces, only in their respective capitals, and the city of Manila will soon be besieged by forces as well as the provinces of Nueva Ecija, Tarlac, Pangasinan, La Union, Zambales, and some others in the Visayas, where the revolution at the time of the participation and other events here too. So that the independence of our country and the reification of our sovereignty is assured. And having as witness to the rectitude of our intentions, the supreme judge of the universe, and under the protections of the powerful and humanitarian nations, the United States of America, we do hereby proclaim and declare solemnly in the name by authority of the people of this Philippine island that they are and have the right to be free and independent, that they have ceased to have any allegiance to the crown of Spain, that all political ties between them and should be completely severed and annulled, and that, like other free and independent states, they enjoy the full power to make war and peace, conclude commercial treaties, enter into allegiance, regulate commerce, and do all other acts and things which are independent states have a right to do. And imbued with firm confidence in divine providence, we hereby mutually bind ourselves to support the declaration with our lives, with our fortunes, and with our moral sacred possessions, our honor. We recognize, approve, and ratify with all the orders emanating from the same the dictatorship established by Don Emilio Aguinaldo, whom we revere as the supreme head of the nation, which today begins to have a life of its own, in the conviction that he has been the instrument chosen by God in spite of human origin to effectuate the redemption of this unfortunate country, as foretold by Dr. Don Jose Rizal in his magnificent verses, which composed in his prison prior to the execution, liberating it from the yoke of Spanish domination. Moreover, we confer upon our famous dictator, Don Emilio Aguinaldo, all the power necessary to enable him to discharge the duties of government, including the prerogative of granting pardon and amnesty. And lastly, it was resolved unanimously that this nation, already free and independent as of this day, must use the same flag which up to now is being used, whose design and colors are found described in the attached drawing. The white triangle signifying the distinctive emblem of famous Society of the Katipunan, which means of its blood compact, inspired of the masses to rise in revolution. The three stars signifying the three principal islands of this archipelago, Luzon, Mindanao, and Panay, where the revolutionary movement started. The sun represents the gigantic steps made by the sons of the country along the path of progress and civilization. The 8 rays signifying the 8 provinces, Manila, Cavite, Bulacan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Bataan, Laguna, and Batangas, which declared themselves in state of war as soon as the first revolt was initiated, and the colors blue, red, and white, commemorating the flag of the United States of the North America as a manifestation of our profound gratitude towards this great nation for its disinterested protection, which it lent us and continues lending us. And now, holding up this flag of ours, I present this to the President Emilio Aguinaldo and to the gentlemen herein enlisted, Don Segundo Arellano, Don Tiburcio del Rosario, Don Sergio Matias, Don Agapito Salta, Don Flaviano Alonso, Don Mariano Legazpi, Don Jose Juliano Santiago C. Acosta, Don Aurelio Tolentino, Don Felix Ferrer, Don Felipe Juan Camino, Don Fernando Canon Faustino, Don Anastasio Pinzon, Don Timoteo Bernabe, Don Flaviano Rodriguez, Don Avino Masangkay, Don Narciso Mayuga, Don Gregorio Villa, Don Luis Perez Tagle, Don Canuto Celestino, Don Marcos Son, Don Martin de los Reyes, Don Siriaco Baucha, Don Manuel Santos, Don Mariano Toribio, Don Gabriel Reyes, Don Hugo Lim, Don Emiliano Lim, Don Fausto Tinorio, Don Rosendo Simon, Don Leon Salvanque, Don Gregorio Bonifacio, Don Simon Villarreal, Don Calixto Lara, Don Buenaventura Toribio, Don Zacarias Fajardo, Don Florencio Manalo, Don Ramon Gana, Don Marcelino Gomez, Don Valentin Politan, Don Felix Politan, Don Evaristo Di Malanta, Don Gregorio Alvarez, Don Sabas de Guzman, Don Esteban Francisco, Don Guidoya Petrusay, Don Mariano Rianzares Bautista, Don Francisco Arangulo, Don Antonio Gonzalez, Don Juan Arevalo, Don Ramon Delfino, Don Onerio Sionco, Don Francisco del Rosario, Don Epifanio Sabir, Don Ladislao Alpable Jose, Don Sixto Roldan, Don Luis de Lara, Don Marcelo Basa, Don Jose Medina, Don Epifanio Cristian, Don Pastor Lopez del Leon, Don Mariano de los Santos, Don Santiago Garcia, Don Claudio Tria Tirola, Don Estanislao Tria Tirola, Don Daniel Tria Tirola, Don Andres Tria Tirola, Don Carlos Tria Tirola, Don Sulpicio Piante, Don Epitacio Asuncion, Don Catalino Ramon, Don Juan Bordador, Don José del Rosario, Don Proceso Pulido, Don José María del Rosario, Don Ramón Macampo, Don Antonio Calindo, Don Pedro Mendiola, Don Estanislao Calino, Don Mariano Castillo, Don Federico Tamacruz, Don Teodoro Yasto, and Don Stanislao Diwa, who solemnly swear to recognize and defend unto the last drop of their blood. In witness thereof, I certify that the Act of Declaration of Independence was signed by me and by all those here assembled, including the only stranger who attended those proceedings as a citizen of the United States of America, Mr. L.M. Johnson, Colonel of Artillery. Signed, Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista.
Performing the Marcha Nacional Filipina will be the Banda Matanda 1888 of General Trias City, Cavite. The original band, Don Julian Felipe, commissioned to perform his composition. Don Julian Felipe was recommended by General Mariano Trias to President Emilio Aguinaldo to compose our national anthem. Simultaneously, will be the waving of the Philippine flag. May I request everyone to stand and pay tribute during the singing of the national anthem. Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Gracias.